Hey, no wait, I take that back. I take back saying hello. Wait. Oh no. I should have prepared something clever to say before this, but I didn't. Okay. So, here is part two. Part two of a hopefully two-part series in which I will be drawing another thing. Because apparently you guys wanted another video of me drawing something, which is really nice. So I guess here I go. Well, eventually. I'll get to it. What's up? This actually is not my first attempt at, filming a second thing. I say filming, but recording. But the first one, even though it was like an hour long, I listened back to it, and it's mostly me just mumbling because I woke up really early, and I guess I was like sick or grumpy or something. And I got like halfway through drawing something, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And I did. It was great. It was the best fun I've ever had. Well, no, that's not true. Not even the best fun I've had in a bed actually. But still, you get the point. So sorry if the sound sounds weird. I'm doing this in a very, very different place. Much more comfortable place for me. But it means that the computer I'm using is actually on my lap right now instead of at a desk. So it's gonna be a little less stable. So if you hear me shaking around and stuff, that's why. I'm a pretty jittery guy, but I'm gonna try and stay still for this. So I've got two references open. This and this. And if you saw the thing coming into it, you can probably guess what I'm doing. But assuming you didn't, and this is a wacky adventure for you, I'm supposed to be drawing this little stupid Greg, who is the best character, comforting this little stupid girl, who arguably is not the best character, I would say, personally. And I don't really know how Greg got there, and I don't really know why he's comforting Pearl, but it was a commission. And you know me, if there's money in it, I'm there. That's why I do all these drawings for free normally, because I'm just such a big money guy. Oh, you guys want to know why I'm actually sort of why I'd like to have some money? I think I mentioned it in like the commission thing. I was like, boy howdy, Christmas is coming up. So that's part one. Part one is I want to get my family super cool Christmas presents. Because they're super cool people, and they deserve cool stuff. Like a tarantula. I think I'm going to get everybody a tarantula. Except for one of them, who will get a tarantula hawk. And then they will all fight to the death. Right, okay, wait, what was I saying? Reason number two is, you think you can guess it? Just having watched the video so far. You think you can guess it? Here's a little hint. Oh, it's not super obvious here. But do you see that line? Some of that is me twisting, but like look at that, boy. That's just my pen freaking out because my tablet is failing. Which, I mean, pretty good tablet, I would say. It served me well for like a little over, I think, a little over a year. which is better than I was expecting, honestly. But so now it's not doing so good, and I love her, but I think it's time for her to go to the farm. And I say that, but I don't know about you guys, but I developed some pretty emotional attachments to inanimate objects, and this tablet is one of them. Like every time I drop it, I'm like, oh no, what have I done? No, no. So I'm probably actually going to probably just gonna like hang it on my wall somewhere. I'll put it over my bed to protect me from bad dreams. Oh man. Why did I leave that line in there? You guys are no good. You're distracting me. So I made some jokes about how many people would watch the last video. And I assumed it would be maybe like 15 people. Couple more than that showed up. Which is really comforting and stuff. I'm trying to remember what I talked about in the half-made recording I was talking about earlier, because some of it was really important. Or not important, that seems like an unfair word to use. I don't think it was important. It was worth talking about. I talked about it for a reason. I'm trying to remember. It was just on the tippity tip of my tongue. But I've all but forgotten that again. I'm sure it'll come up. Anyways, man. Yeah, I drew that face pretty good the first time, but it was a little too small, and now I'm blowing it the second time there. Yeah, he looks alright. He looks like an Animal Crossing character, but whatever. That's what he gets for looking so dumb. You stupid Greg. You don't know anything about being an Animal Crossing character, I guess. Ugh. I love him. I love his little pumpkin body. He's so cute. Okay. So something about viewers. Oh, streaming. I think that's one of the things I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about streaming. And what I mean by that is that some people suggested that I stream, so that I could talk to you guys, and that would be super neat and all. And if I use Picardo and stuff, I could listen to music. That would be super neat, but nah. And I would like to, but as it stands, the place I'm living, some pretty unpredictable sort of sound stuff going on sometimes. And on a video like this, I'm doing it at a very specific time, where I know that there's not going to really be any big interruptions. Man, oh, sometimes this tablet, like it does just the wrong thing, and it's usually pretty good, but it's getting old. But okay, so the reason I don't really wanna stream is because, no wait, I said it already. It's kind of loud here, and I would like to. Maybe I will in the future, but for now, nah, that's good. I'll just keep putting up these lonely videos. I actually, so a little behind the scenes here, little fun fact. I did find a way that I could listen to music during these, and I decided that it would be too distracting from talking, which I think I should probably be doing during these, just sort of, I don't know, that seems like the sort of thing this is, right? Just something where I talk, and you guys go, shut up, you don't know anything about me, and then I go, I try, and then you're like, you're not my real dad, and I'm like, only because you won't let me be your real dad. And then your mother and I have an argument about how to raise you, because I'm your new dad. I don't really know where that came from. It was pretty out of left field, but I think you get the gist. Do you? I don't actually remember what I was talking about. Anyways, so you might have seen the start screen, something I only just remembered now, which is also very embarrassing. The start screen did in fact say Taco Bell, more like regret, because I like Taco Bell. Taco Bell's good, and I can eat more garbage food. I hope that's why you tuned in, is so you could hear me talk about how much I like food and eating. And so I go to Taco Bell pretty often, probably too often, just because it's sort of a place where everybody can agree on what to get. And so I went there, and normally it's pretty easy on me, like I'm pretty good. But today, something's wrong, so if you hear my stomach grumbling, I'm not hungry. I'm just dying very slowly. It's gonna be pretty fun. If I die making this recording and none of you guys ever hear it, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't have anything to say to the non-existent people who aren't hearing this, because I died. Man, Pearl looks so sad. She's probably thinking about, like, she's probably wondering if robots have souls. She's like, but if a robot has feelings, and it does good things, shouldn't it be able to earn a soul? Who knows, Pearl? We'll have to be able to measure souls before we can figure out that question. And also make, like, super dope robots. That will also probably be necessary. Oh, what time is it? It's about time for me to get a watch, probably. No, it's late, but it's not too late. It's not as late as my last video. But I think I've also been awake a lot longer than that video. I wake up pretty early sometimes, just to get stuff done. And by that I mean because my cat wakes me up. He's a dick. I should have taught that cat some proper etiquette, but he doesn't know anything. So he bullies me. I think I made Pearl's head way too small. Like, even if I do her shoulders kind of hunched up. No, yeah. I blew it. Should I make Greg bigger? No. No. Yeah, I think I have to make Greg bigger. I blame Obama for this. He did this. He did this to me. So, what's up with you guys? You guys are excited for Halloween? I'm a little excited. I'm pretty excited. I don't know what I'm gonna go as though. Last year I sort of accidentally stumbled into the perfect costume, which was, I was wearing a green shirt, and I was like, how do I make this into a costume? And so I found a miniature ping pong set, and I took the net off, and I like clipped the paddles to it, and I wore it around my neck, and I went around and I was like, I'm a ping pong table. And everybody was like, wow, that's really good. That's a really good costume. I'm jealous. And I'm like, that's right. Nobody could beat the costume master. But I haven't really done costumes too much. I've never been very good at them. I was a ninja once. It was a pretty good year. Who was I? Oh, I think I actually, oh, that's embarrassing. I think I went as one of the ninja from Naruto. Before Naruto was like super big and cool. Not to be a hipster about it, but what I'm trying to get across is that nobody understood what was going on. Everybody was really confused. And I was like, don't you get it? Don't you understand? I don't know how Greg should be reacting, or Pearl should be reacting to Greg. Like positive? Should she be like, thanks little buddy? Negative? Should she be like, Greg, stop touching me. I hate you. I'm gonna eat your family. Man, that'd be pretty spooky if a gym ate a person. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sure it would work out. Is that seems alright, right? Go for a face like D is. Cause she's confused. Well, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is a weird request. This is a weird little crossover request. I'm thinking I should just scrap the whole thing. Yep. Gotta scrap it. Gotta start from scratchity scratch. And I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna start with Pearl, because I think Pearl is more important as kind of a cornerstone of this picture. And I'm actually gonna do it from a completely different angle. So here's Pearl looking like this. Destitute. No, that's not the right word. Despairing? There's some word for depressed that I'm not thinking of, that I think also starts with a D, and I don't think it's depressed. A lot of people might wonder, what's the perfect way to get Pearl's face? And the answer to that is you just draw an oval, and you sort of put a mouth line at the end. Or at least that's how you draw her sideways. Her profile. Yeah, I don't know. She's kind of weird to draw. The other two, not that I could ever get Amethyst right either. Amethyst is hard to draw. I can't do it. I try my best. I can't do it. What's up? I told you I went to Taco Bell, right? So that's causing me some gastronomic distress. Nothing bad, but I think I made the secondary foolish mistake I made. That's making the Taco Bell thing worse. Is I decided that Taco Bell was not punishment enough. Or rather, my friend was like, hey, dude. I'm going to Burger King after this, and I'm driving you, so that means you're coming to Burger King with me. And I was like, why are you going to Burger King? And he's like, they've got this new pumpkin spice shake. It's a shakety shake. It's full of spice and pumpkins. And of course I said, well, yeah, I'm down. I got these shakes, and they're really good, admittedly. I don't know why pumpkin, which is presumably the worst vegetable. I don't know how it manages to make such good tasting byproducts. I don't know where pumpkin spice comes from, but it's delicious. But it's not helping my dilemma, admittedly. Man, Pearl's tunic is weird. That's what it's gotta be, right? Like, there's no other way around it. It's like a very short tunic. Like, it's got the skirt part and anything. She's just wearing pants underneath it. That's so weird. It's a weird shot of Pearl. I was about to say that I would hate to be a storyboarder because they've got to be so consistent and everything. And they've got to do a lot of work, a lot of boards to keep everything on kind of on the rails. But I think that's a lie. I think that would sort of be a dream job for me. Something where I could just always be working. I think I got this from my dad probably. I just like working. That's why drawing is very appealing to me, because I can just sort of hop home, pick up a pen, and start going. Be like, got him. It's very nice, very comforting to always be able to work. I don't know, I was made to work. It's a lot of fun. That's probably why I like video games that are similar to work. That's not super fair. I kind of made that sound like I like super tedious games, and that's just not true. Whoa, wait a second. Oh no, that's the thing. Pearl's thing is also really weird. It's got like one ribbon part and then one double part. So I made that sound like I like really tedious games, and that's not entirely true. I like games that are like art, in that I like games where it's really the same thing over and over again. Like how drawing is just sort of, I'm always gonna be making shapes, making people, making faces. So games like Fallout are really appealing. What was I saying? Probably nothing very smart. I hope you guys are impressed with something. Me, I guess. Oh, you know, that's crazy. Man, I don't know what to talk about. I kind of mentioned that I don't know what my Halloween thing's gonna be. I probably need to get candy for trick-or-treaters. He doesn't have eyebrows, does he? He really does sometimes, but not here. I told you he looks like an Animal Crossing guy. He's kind of looking at her ass here, but you know what? He's too dang cute. I can't stop him. He just wants to help. Should he be looking up more? No, that's also really creepy. I think I'm just gonna have to erase this bit. Let me do Pro Sucks. I'll sort of have him, because spatial awareness, really, like knowing that there's a thing back there, it's for suckers. Nobody cares. Have you ever read a comic? They don't know anything. They don't know what's going on. Everybody just is where they need to be when they need to be. That's all that matters. That's what he's doing here. He's gonna be just sort of standing where the couch should be, so that he can pat her on the back. Oh, you know what I really should have done? Should have gotten a list of some of the questions I got. I didn't do that because I'm an idiot. And I don't know what it means to be prepared. I would talk about, I get some questions about what art software I use. But, like, you can read it there, right? This is Clip Studio Paint. So I do, in fact, use Clip Studio Paint. It's pretty helpful. I used just sort of the Wacom Basic art program before that. And it was better than Paint, I'll tell you that. But after kind of upgrading to Clip Studio, or really like any upgrade to any, like, I don't remember any of the other art programs. Really, I think any art program, even the free ones, are a huge step up from the basic ones that come with the tablet. I know a lot of people who draw using Psy, which I think is free, and they do really good stuff, and it makes me embarrassed that I actually spent money on an art software to help me be good. How embarrassing, right? I don't think you should spend money on an art software. I mean, like, unless you're stupid like me. Yeah, there we go. God damn, he looks like a villager. And then he's gonna be saying, this is something I kind of had planned from the beginning. He's gonna be saying, Pat. That seems like something Greg would say, right? Sometimes I get compliments on like the comics with Steven and stuff, and they say, "Wow, that's really in character for Steven." And to be honest, I think that's like the best sort of compliment. That's the one that fills me with the most pride, because I do, with the notable exception of comics where everybody's super out of character because it's funny, like the parent one. I do try kind of hard to keep everybody in character, and Steven can be kind of easy to write for because weirdly enough, I don't think I've ever disagreed with Steven. Like, the things he does are just sort of the things I would also do. Which is basically just me bragging about how good of a person I am, which probably isn't true. I don't know. The thing about saying stuff like that is that I can't see myself from an outside perspective. And I try to, but it's hard. It's hard work. I do my best, but that's life, dog. So you guys have seen Over the Garden Wall, right? Right? I mean, so assuming that there are 3 people here, and they're all like super hardcore fans, like they have a hat of my face that they wear, which I would wear, by the way. That sounds super dope. But so assuming that those guys are here, you guys have probably watched Over the Garden Wall because it's really good, and anybody who likes me would like it. And if you've liked it, you know that Greg's the best character because he's the hero. Greg is legitimately, man. There aren't a lot of cartoons that tug at my heartstrings. Like Steven Universe, it tries really hard, but I don't know. It's never really had a moment where I've been sad. Like I'm sure if Steven's dad dies, I'll tear up and stuff. But Over the Garden Wall, oh man, that moment when oh, if you haven't listened to Over the Garden Wall, maybe skip the next 2 minutes. Starting now. But so that moment when where it sort of gives up on everything, and Greg gets called by the Beast, and the Beast is like, you can save your brother's soul. All you have to do is play my games. And Greg goes and he solves all the puzzles because he's the world's greatest fighter, and he just wants to help everybody. And that seems like a really good sentiment to have. What's up? Let me check the lines. Oh no, I think that's fair. Sometimes I worry that I'm not going to be getting lines right, like line sizes, but because I mean a lot of different shows have different line sizes. Like Billy and Mandy. Billy and Mandy had really thick lines, and Attack on Titan had a combination of really thick lines and really thin lines because they were using a G-Pen, which I can't use because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to use a G-Pen. What's it called? But so, it seems like recently this sort of thinner line style has come back into fashion, and I really like it because what do I like? I like being able to express detail and stuff. And I mean, okay, that's not super fair because you can do some pretty good details with thick pens. I think Sparrow probably proves that, but I don't know. I like thin pens. They remind me of something, probably. Man, I just sort of realized what I was drawing. So what I'm supposed to be drawing is after the whole, what's it called? After the cry for help, after the sardonic stuff, Pearl's on the couch, and Miss Greg's comforting her. Man, that stuff was weird. Man, I don't know what to think about that. Believe it or not, I have never been at gym, so I don't really have any perspective on that whole situation, but Garnet took it pretty heavy. Amethyst was pretty understanding though, so I don't know. That's life though. Sometimes you just make mistakes because in the moment it's hard to think about anybody but yourself. Man, it must suck to live like that. Always thinking about yourself. I've never been very good at that. I think about myself occasionally. Well, I think about myself a lot, but I infrequently try to take care of myself. There are other people who need it more. I watched the Super Mario Brother movie again recently. That movie is perfection. I mean, so watching that in the theater at the time must have been absolute, like, horror for everyone there. Everybody was really confused. People probably started screaming and crying. The children in the audience were terrified of Yoshi, who was just like a velociraptor. I really like it now because it's, oh man, it reminds me of Mario Brothers a lot. And I think it really captured it well because you have to be on shrooms to think that that movie is good. It's really, really awesome. That movie is a landslide of adventure. Like the power boots, oh man. Oh, that's great shit. I love it. It's worth every penny. I would assume. I don't know, I've never paid for the movie. My friend had it on like cassette tape when we were little. It was awesome. There was that sassy black lady that Mario seduced, like by fake dancing with her. And she gave him the power boots. She was my favorite. She was so, oh, I don't know. She was so like crazy weird. Like she was super strong, but she fell in love with Mario. Why? Who knows? Probably because Mario is Italian. Oh no, wait, he's from Brooklyn. Oh, that movie. I think that movie gets a lot of crap, and to be entirely fair, it deserves 120% of it. But like, it's also unmistakably a classic. I like to think that like Nintendo had a bunch of sort of movie-based or game-based movies like kind of in the works, and that came out and it did so badly that they were like, nope, scrap them. And that's why we'll never see the Metroid movie, which also would have been about two plumbers from New York trying to fight Bowser. It would have been a very different Metroid story than the one we know. Probably equally entertaining though. No, probably way more entertaining. Who am I kidding? I wonder how long it's been. 30 minutes? That seems right? Yeah, sure. And this is coming along alright. I was worried that the hand would look kind of weird, and it does look big, but I really like drawing hands big. It's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, got him. I told you I like Wreck-It Ralph. I like Wreck-It Ralph because Zangief is in it, and everybody knows that Zangief is the best Street Fighter. He's Red Cyclone. What more could you want? I probably talked about Fallout 4 on the last video. I'm really excited for that. It's only like 15 days at this point. No, not even. It's like 13 days away at this point. Man, that's exciting, isn't it? Well, it is for me. I don't know if you guys are fans or not. I can't. I don't know. I always sort of thought of Fallout as sort of a universal constant of everybody likes it, but I've recently met some people who don't really, they're not big fans, and that's alright. That's life. Nobody can like everything that you like, except for you. And maybe like your soulmate. They could probably do it if they tried. It would probably be an effort. How's that like look? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Who cares? This is only a commission. Oh yeah, so I'm doing commissions. I already talked about my wonky tablet. Look at him go! He's on like a wacky adventure. That's pretty cool. It's like having my own little randomizer. And you know, sometimes having a little bit of randomness in the drawing process can be pretty helpful. I mean, sometimes lines look really good in places that you wouldn't expect. Like in Ushio Totoro, where you just put lines everywhere. Put lines on the noses. Put lines on the faces. He's got a cross on his forehead? Sure, why not? Who cares? Man, how many tries do you guys think it'll take for me to get this foot? Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'll spend long enough on it. Let me swoop in for that sock. Sock! Suck it to him. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Man. So the most embarrassing part about this is that you guys get to see how horrible I am. I just steal all the colors. They're mine now. I'm like the hamburger, but for colors. And also hamburgers. Hamburgers are one of my favorite foods. They're my favorite food after maybe pizza and ice cream sandwiches. I had an ice cream sandwich for like the first time in probably legitimately like a couple of years. And I was like, well, I used to really like these. I wonder if they're good. And I tasted it, and I was like, well, so that's what it feels like to have been missing out on life for so many years. They're really good. I can see why Steven is such a big fan of Cookie Cats. Do you guys ever wonder what lion liquors taste like? I've never. So we didn't really have an ice cream truck that came around, and on the very, very rare occasions that one did, my parents would not let me get any ice cream. I don't really know why. Probably I just didn't ask. That sounds about right. They probably would have given me ice cream if I asked. I was just too stupid to ask. I would just look at them and they'd be like, what? You want ice cream? You want out? You want treat? You want food? That's how I talk to my cat. Because he's sort of a dunce. He just sort of stands around, waiting. Unfortunately, his food in the door similar places. So it can be hard to tell what he wants. So we played some pretty fun games last time. I'm trying to think of some good, clean, family fun games to play right now with me and you, just us together forever. You guys, I think you already guessed where I'm from. It's Jersey. I'm in Jersey right now. Dun, 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 dun. I don't really know. You know what? Here's a little thing you can do. You guys go ahead and tell me about your day. Just go ahead and yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Don't worry. I can also hear your thoughts, which don't think that's inappropriate. That's rude. That's crude. That's Godzilla eating a sandwich. Come on. You think I wouldn't know that? Jesus. Some people. Well, no, just go ahead. Tell me about your day. Oh, really? Wow. Oh, I can hardly believe that. That's amazing. How was it? Did you have fun? Was it good? You ate how many peanuts? You ate 7,000 peanuts? Whoa! Are you an elephant? That's amazing! How'd you eat so many peanuts? Okay, wait. I gotta take a break from my bit where I'm pretending that you told me that you ate 7,000 peanuts, because I want to talk about the peanuts and like why peanuts are supposed to eat, or why elephants are supposed to eat peanuts. Like, where did that start? Do you guys think it just started at circuses where they like had peanuts and the elephants were like, yeah, I'll look at it on that. I love me some Soylent. And the people watching were just like, hey, I can throw peanuts at this elephant really good. Oh, I wonder if that was it. If like people started throwing things at elephants and the elephants were like, what? Man, sticks and stones, bitch. I'll eat your weapons. And then they just did it and they were like, oh, that's actually pretty nice. Why are they throwing these? Am I being rewarded? Man, that would be really confusing for an elephant if like people threw peanuts at it because it was being bad. Or like it just kept eating the peanuts because it liked them. I was like, what's going on? Why are they all shouting boo and then feeding me? Do they not know how basic relationships work? I don't know. I went to a circus. I think I've been to a circus like 3 times. And not any time since I was like 10 or 12. I do remember some things about the circus. 1, it was cold. 2, gift shop was dope as hell, and I wasn't allowed to get anything. I don't actually remember much about the actual circus itself. Like, I think I do remember parts of it, but it basically just blends into the bits of circus that I've seen on TV. Because I think it was basically identical. Which is funny, but yeah, that's like. You know where I did get stuff at a gift shop? You know where I loved going as a kid too? Natural history museums. Yeah, like a little stuffed snake. That was my best friend. And I named him Stripes, because he did not have stripes. I don't know why I named him Stripes. It was a dumb name for a snake, but I loved him. And that's weird. So I've never really been afraid of any animals, right? Like, I don't think so, right? No, like, sharks, I don't give a shit. Sharks are just sharks. Sharks are just like water cows, basically. Like, yeah, they'll bite you, but so will a cow. Do you guys think about that? Like, a cow would bite you if it had the chance. If a cow had the chance, it would kill you and everyone you love. And then it would eat you. Not even like out of revenge. I think it's just their natural state is hate. They're angry monsters. And that's why we have to stop them by putting them in our belly. That's what the Bible told me. Oh man. So I've never been afraid of sharks. I've never really been afraid of spiders. Cause like I always kind of thought that spiders are just like, spiders, vultures, crows, all those, they're just like nature's little vacuum cleaners. We pick up the stuff that other people don't want. The spiders, they eat the bugs. The vultures, they eat the corpses. And the crows steal all the corn! All you have to do to get a crow to stop stealing the corn is be like, Crow, this is my corn. You can't have any. I need it. I need it for corn stuff. And then they'll be like, the treaties of old bind us. No more stealing corn from this shitty human. Apparently crows are really smart. I've always been pretty respectful of animals, but I make sure to watch my step double time around crows. Because, I mean, you only need to slip up once and the crows are gonna think you're a racist. Crow racist. Like, they can remember faces and stuff. Not only can they remember faces, they can communicate to crows who have never seen those faces what the faces look like. They did a study where a bunch of people harassed crows while wearing masks, and whoever put the mask on would be harassed by crows. Like they would fly and swoop and be like, "Never again, mortal! You've met your last crow battle!" Which I think the important lesson is don't be mean to crows, guys. Come on. Probably shouldn't be mean to any animal. They're all just doing their best. Except for chickens. Chickens aren't doing their best. They don't even know anything. Chickens are dumb. Chickens are like babies. They don't know anything. And that's why I advocate eating chickens. Of course. Man. Do you guys... Chick-fil-A is a nationwide thing, right? Everybody's got Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's a chicken place. It's the one that hates gays, you might have heard about it. And of course, you guys, it doesn't hate gays because they're gay. It hates gays because gays are too fashionable to go to Chick-fil-A. And they're like, well, we'll hate you right back. You don't know anything, gay people. Stop it. Stop hating our delicious chicken. I don't think that's true. I think they're just sort of not super great people. Or at least, so I say that. Don't repeat that. I'm sure, like, everybody who works at a Chick-fil-A is great. I've known some people who worked at Chick-fil-A and they're all awesome. But, I mean, it only takes that one guy at the top to be like, gay people, like, with robots and such? Not in my chicken store. How dare they buy my chicken? Man, I don't know. I'm too old for this. I'm too old for burritos. What time is it? It's a little later. Believe it or not, time does in fact pass. And it is later than it was when I started this video. It is later, but I am just as strong. Wait, does he have buttons? Yeah. Oh, they're black buttons. Bum, 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 bum. So the great thing about drawing like a kind of specific little background layer like that with a lot of details is that I don't have to constantly be checking back to see if I'm doing stuff right. And that to me is just a world of comfort. It does me good. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. Who gave this kid a bolo tie? Probably the same person he stole that rock from. Ah, Scrooge. Have I cursed? Probably, right? I think I said witch a couple times. Sandwich, that is. Got him. Today's video is not as good, I would say, personally. on a personal level. I think how awkward I was being because I was constantly worried that my recording software would fail. I think that kind of sold the last one. This is a much more relaxed adventure. But if you guys are into relaxed adventures, maybe just chill on back with Captain K, the bravest, the sorcerer, the one who wants to make you happy and is willing to fight ninjas to make it happen. You guys think that's a joke? I will fight a ninja for you, but only for you, not anybody else. Just you who's listening right now, right when I say this. Just you. You hear me. You know who you are. I will fight ninjas for you. Like, no, that's not true. I will fight one ninja for you. Multiple ninjas, you're on your own. That would be scary. I don't know if I can beat a ninja. I could probably beat a ninja. You guys might not know this, but I'm basically the world's greatest fighter. I've been training since I was very small, in every martial arts style known to me. I know taijutsu, I know karate, I know boxing, and that's actually it. That's all the the martial arts styles known to man. Sort of got those in one. I should probably do this, right? Does this look terrible? Oh no, scratch that. I know it looks terrible. But tell me it looks good anyways. Don't be rude. Just say it looks pretty, and then we can move on. Tell me to my face. How does it look? No, oh, that looks weird. Oh, that looks really weird. No. Oh, okay. So I don't think that's not allowed to be in front. I would like it to have been in front, but I was an idiot with how everything was placed. So it's gotta be moved to the back. Back of the bus, Rosa Parks. You know that front of the bus is reserved for, like, spider kings? Man, that bus thing is pretty dumb. I guess they were just scared of black people. Which, I don't know. Maybe they're just scared of stuff that's different. Like the astronauts, when they went into space, they were all like, whoa, what is this? No gravity, screw this shit, I'm out. And then they jumped back to Earth. And that's why Neil Armstrong never made it to the moon. There's a little history tidbit to you. That's why the Three Musketeers were the first people to make it to the moon. Oh, I fucked that up. I'm sorry, guys. I should have said Wallace and Gromit. That would have been way funnier, right? That's why Wallace and Gromit were the first people to land on the moon. I have regrets. Really just that. That's basically it. I wish I had said Wallace and Gromit. Maybe I'll go back in time and fix it. No, I don't have time to go back in time. That seems like a lot of work. Could you imagine? Like, I want you to think about that for a second. If at some point we did invent the time machine, and it worked, and it was super great and stuff, there would come a time where you would have to basically gauge just how practical going back in time was against how useful it could be. And eventually you would be like, no, you know what, that's not worth it. Let's just go to Macy's and buy another two-pack of burritos. Macy's doesn't sell 2-packs of anything. I don't know why I said that. Like, there's a lot of more reasonable things to say. I'm dumb. Anything you guys are excited for coming up? The new Supernatural season is coming out, but I don't know why you would tell me about that. I haven't watched Supernatural since like the first season. I couldn't, like, it's all the same episode. Like, I really like Doctor Who. I don't like the Doctor Who where it is now. And it's not like I don't like the new Doctor. He's fine. He's great. He's funny and silly, and that's good. But like with Doctor Who, I don't know. I feel like they just sort of gave up, right? No, they didn't give up. They're trying too hard. That's what it is. Like they look back at the earlier Doctors, and they see everybody loved them, and they're like, why did they love them? And it's like, oh, it must have been because it was really emotional and stuff. Kids love that. I don't know. I don't think that that's right. I think everybody loved it because it was wacky and zany, and there were aliens and stuff, and it wasn't. Every episode wasn't the Doctor being like, I have to stop myself from killing this baby because I want to kill the baby. Why would you kill the baby? Are you an idiot? Don't kill babies, Doctor Who. Don't kill babies. I taught you better than this when I raised you on Gallifrey. When I raised you on the Space Needle in Chicago. I don't know why I was doing that. That was stupid. Okay. So I'm basically not gonna color the couch at all because I'm a punk. I don't care about your rules. I'm a rebel against the law, and I've come back in time to stop you from changing the channel. The rest of the world's fate rests in your hands right now. If you stop this YouTube video, if you even pause it, the world explodes. Just like boom, it explodes. Oh, you stopped it, didn't you? You dick. Okay, so I was lying. But that doesn't make you a good person. You still tried to blow up the world. That's some mean stuff. What did the world ever do to you? I'll tell you what it did. It loved you, and it treated you with respect. Kind of. Probably not, actually. Okay. I'm just gonna skip to the colors. Sometimes I would do a background. There's something about the silliness of this post, of this like commission, that I'm like, no, I don't want to do a background. I don't want to do all the cool colors and the fun stuff. And it really can be fun, breaking out the paintbrushes and stuff. I'll try to get a video where I do that, because it's personally, I would say it's something special to watch. Or it's something special. It's fun to do, and I think it might be fun to watch. It probably won't be. Probably won't be fun to watch. But whatever, that's life. So here I go, coloring. And I've just been doing this straight. I haven't checked my Tumblr at all. I wonder if I have messages. Probably messages saying that I'm a hero. An American hero. Or a Chinese hero. Or a Chinese-American hero. Depending on if they know my sense of humor. Do you guys see The Karate Kid, the new one? That movie, like, I liked it. I really did. It was a fun movie. Like, he was the Karate Kid. He did stuff. He was cool. Oh, I forgot to draw our other arm. Man, good thing I caught that here. That would have been kind of embarrassing. But so he's the Karate Kid, right? The movie is called The Karate Kid, but he's clearly learning Kung Fu, right? Like he's in China. It's Kung Fu in China. He's learning from a Chinese Kung Fu master. That's ridiculous. I should have called it The Kung Fu Kid. Brought to you by the studio who did Karate Kid. Or Kung Fu Kid, P.S. We bought the rights to Karate Kid. or Karate Kid this time. No, Mr. Oh, I forgot his name. Dang it. How could I forget something like that? Mr. Miyagi. Dang it. I blew it. You guys can exit now. That's all. Go home. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm too sad. After completely blowing it. This is all Obama's fault. He did this to me. I don't know. You guys want to talk about Steven Universe? Apparently they're doing another Steven Bomb sometime. I assume the show will come back with the Steven Bomb. I'm alright with Steven Bombs. They're fair. They're fun. I don't know if I like it more than an episode a week. I think I probably do, to be honest. Just because I prefer the big sort of information dump. There's a lot of fan art to come out of that. And when it all gets sort of dumped in 1 week like that, I feel like there's a lot of sort of information to be spread out among fan artists. So like there's a lot less of each individual kind of thing to make fan art of. As compared to let's think. As compared to like when this last episode happened and everybody was like, Amethyst and Peridot, they're in love. And everybody was drawing that, and it took like 2 seconds. And that's fine and all. That's cool, whatever. But personally, I prefer it when it's sort of spread out. Like, I think that's sort of a better situation for me personally. Because I can't compete with other artists. They're all so much better than me. Like, have you seen that one guy that when he draws, plants come to life? Like, I can't compete with that. I'm just like... You know what happens when I draw? My cat meows at me, and he's like, you gotta stop being so bad at art, dude. And I'm like, come on, you don't know me. He's like, I do. I'm your cat. I'm like, man, I hate your cat. And he's like, I know. But that doesn't make me any less right. And I'm like, I know. It doesn't make you any less of a dick. My cat's a jerk. I didn't talk much about Steven Universe. Here's the thing. Who's your favorite Steven Universe character? Yeah, I like her. She's good. If you said Steven, please replace the she with a he, or just play the pronoun game and be like, oh, maybe he just thinks that Steven is trans. Whichever one works. Whichever one is more believable that I was responding to you independently. I'm glad that I immediately break the illusion like that. That's good stuff. Man. I don't know why I'm not as funny today. I don't have as many jokes. I'd like to attribute it to being tired, but I don't think it is. I think I'm just sort of... I don't got any more funny. I drew that thing. I drew a lot of stuff. I'm drawing like a ton. And it's kind of embarrassing to say why. Basically, I've been pushed out of my normal drawing spot for a while, and I've sort of snuck back, because it's free. It's free kind of much later in the night, and I just like just sitting in this comfy chair. It's so much more, what's it called? Dang, I can't remember the word. But it really makes drawing so much easier. And I guess I never really took into account how much stuff like that, just being in a place you're familiar with and all of that. I never really thought about how much that takes into drawing. And you always gotta draw in the most comfortable way. For me, that's just sitting on a comfy chair with my legs duping out in front of me. Got my laptop on my lap. And I've got my pen on top of the laptop. And I'm just talking to whoever will listen. I'm talking to ghosts. Have you guys ever had a paranormal experience? I would kind of like to have a paranormal experience, but I never have. I've been to haunted houses and stuff, and I can feel when it's creepy and stuff, but I think that's just because people want it to feel creepy. I can feel a lot of things, like when other people are hungry, but I don't know. Never felt a ghost. I thought maybe I'm just too nice to be haunted by a ghost. Maybe if I accidentally killed someone, or like I accidentally peed on someone's grave, they'd follow me for like 15 minutes and they'd be like, you know what, this guy's alright. Maybe that's why I keep finding candy. Just like everywhere candy. And like, I eat it. I'm not a prude. I'll eat stranger candy. But it's been like a lot of candy. Just sort of everywhere. It's a weird life I live. Oh no, I just had a thinky thought. What if all of that candy isn't for me? What if it's for the bugs? What if people have been leaving candy out for Bug Santa, and I've been eating it? And he won't give them any presents, because he thinks he didn't leave them any candy. I have to set this right. But how? I know, I'll have to save Bug Christmas. With murder. I'm gonna kill Bug Santa and then become Bug Santa, just like in the Santa Claus. Are we never gonna talk about how the Santa Claus was about murder? Cause like it 100% definitely was. Oh man, Greg's hair color is a color I would normally find super unappealing, but sort of his deal makes it work. It's like not only his color scheme, but like his body shape. It sinks in the right way. I like it. Yeah. Ah! Ah! Man, I hope that was not a terrible time for you guys, because it was not super great for me. What's up? What's up with my life? What did I do today? I woke up. That's number one off the list. I drew some stuff. I read some sad stuff. Some sad stuff happened. I don't like sad stuff. Sad stuff happens to people. It's not good. I want everybody to be happy. That's all I want. That's just one thing. If I could have that, I would be happy. But it's sort of a tall order. I'll get it one day. One day everyone will be happy. And then I don't know. I'll open like a burger shop. I will sell burgers called I Made the World Happy Burgers, and everybody will be like, no you didn't. And I'll be like, I did, I promise. And I'll be like, you don't know anything. And I'll be like, no, I know a lot of things. And they'll be like, no, you don't know anything. And I'll be like, okay. And that's the story of how I die alone, running a burger shop. Coincidentally, also the plot of Bob's Burgers. Man, I like his stupid Animal Crossing face. It's great. I really did like Over the Garden Wall's kind of style. It's very pleasing. Or at least I thought it was nice. You know what I think the weirdest complaint I see in like people talking about cartoons is people talking about noodle arms, specifically like noodle arms in recent years, and so basically the only thing they can cite for this is Regular Time at Adventure Show. Wait, there is a small chance I blew that in the most major way possible. Let me rewind for a second. Okay, so the two most major offenders of that are regular show and Adventure Time. And they're like, wow, this is so lazy, so lame, I hate it. But then like, I look back, and like, so not only have a lot of things been using noodle arms for like a long time, but like, Bugs Bunny did it, and like, Mickey Mouse did it. Like, that's basically how animation started, dog. Are you dissing the entirety of animation? Because like, I can believe that, but I don't think you are. I think you're just looking for things to be mad about. I mean, come on with that. Oh, that's the most depressing thought to have. It's so sad that some people are just sort of happy or being upset. I'm rereading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So I think part that sticks out to me is the Vogons. They're the super ugly, super gross, lurching space monsters that love bureaucracy, and they actually enjoy being angry. Like, it's one of the two things they like doing. They like being angry and causing people harm. And like, that seems to apply to some people these days, and it's really depressing. And I know Hitchhiker's Guide is probably supposed to be a satire of a lot of stuff, up to and including just actual people who behave like that. But, oh man, it's sad. That makes me a sad puppy. I wasn't made for stuff like that. I was made for war. I was made for a straightforward combat. I was made for glorious battle. And this new war, this talking to each other through a screen to hurt each other's feelings, to make each other angrier and angrier until one of you gives up. Endless hate and stupidity marching across keyboards and screens. This sort of war, it doesn't excite my soul. I don't feel any passion for it. There's no love in this war, there's no hate. It's just wasting time. And personally, I happen to be of the opinion there are better ways to waste time than shouting at each other. You could be making love, or making Kool-Aid, or like watching a movie, or like figuring out what really is in Sprite, because we damn sure know it's not lemon and lime. Fucking everybody knows that. Everybody has tasted what lemon and lime tastes like, and it doesn't taste like Sprite. Like, there's a fun little factoid for you. Even Mitch Hedberg was in on that shit. That's some bullshit. I really like that Greg's outfit. Like, they don't explain it the whole time when they explain it in that last episode. And it was just, he was an elephant. And then I really like how they sort of explain Wirt's outfit, but basically it was just him trying to look cool, and he wound up looking ridiculous, and I love it. Man, that show was really good. They did good things. Did you guys know it was in approval for like over 10 years? Like, that's insane. Oh man. Oh, if I ever made a show, I would probably not want it to be in like approval and pre-approval for that long. That sounds like a miserable time. But I bet they were probably just working on other stuff. Like, I bet they kept busy. But still, I wouldn't want any of my babies waiting on the platform for. And I mean, I do have some show ideas, and they're all really good, and I won't share them, because I don't want you to steal them. I think I've actually already shared some of them. Vault 48, it's not really a show idea. I could do it as a show. I doubt I would find a place for it, since it's a much more teen thing. And there's not really, I talked about this in the last podcast, there's not really a teen animation place in America. But I could probably get Dark Matter which is another show that I want to do. I could probably get that on an American TV network, like Cartoon Network. No, wait, I forgot how sexually explicit that one is. That one, so I say sexually explicit, basically the whole thing is a joke about being comfortable with your body. And, that leads to some... It's not just about being comfortable with your body, it's about being comfortable with your body while sort of acknowledging the world's expectations, like, and how kind of silly they can be. But that leads to some bikini supermodel stuff that I don't think is super appropriate for any channel that's sort of doing stuff now. I could probably get it on Adult Swim. I could get it on maybe Adult Swim or Comedy Central. But in that case, I would actually have to tone up sort of the sexual vibes, I think. I would have to make it more Kill la Kill and less, just sort of a standard ecchi. I don't want to change anything, though. What other stories do I have to tell? Eventually, I would like to do Stand Against, which I don't know how I would possibly do that, because Stand Against is a collection of just hundreds and hundreds of stories about one character who he got shot by something horrible and evil that basically rent his soul from his body, and effectively what that means is that he can't be in his home dimension without his soul. Like it has stopped him from existing there, and he can't stop that. So the whole thing is him going to every dimension he possibly can, just sort of trying his hardest to find something that would grant him a new soul. And he finds some gods who can do this, but they don't have dominion over his dimension. He can't go back to his dimension to ask the gods there for help, because he's not there. He's out. And so he goes through world after world after world, and just sort of doing his best, trying to get home to the one he loves, which is a spoiler. P.S. It's you. He loves you. He's your dad. He's your mom. He's everything. He's a ghost. He's the ghost of the machine. He's the soul of the man. No, he's not. But it is a series I would like to do. What else would I like to do? I don't do anything but think of stuff to do later in life. It's a very easy way to keep myself occupied. I would like to do sort of my own Pokemon series. That would be cool. There's no way I could swing that though. That's one of the ones where I'm like, no, that's impossible. I can't do that. But I would like to do a Pokemon series. Just sort of about, I don't know. Maybe just young, older Ash dealing with stuff. Because I've seen some older Ash stuff, and some of it looked really good. And I'm like, yeah, why is that not, already a thing? But, no, Ash is a vampire. Until I can solve it. I've got to fix the vampire problem that Nintendo has. Why does Nintendo have so many vampires? Now you might be wondering, what am I doing with the floor? I'm just sort of doing whatever. I'm not going to say I'm being lazy, but I'm doing something that's pretty close to being lazy. I'm just sort of going wild. And that's not okay to do, but it is in this situation because I don't care. I don't care about this like little doof part. It's not one shit. It's boring. I'm basically done with this. Oh snap! I just realized I'm almost done with this. Oh no, that means I'm almost done with this video. That means I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I forget other words for goodbye. Let me switch into black mode to check for errors. Dun dun dun. That's super useful. I'm glad I figured out I can do this, because I mean, there's still enough embarrassing errors and stuff, but at least this sort of helps me keep them lower. Wow, did I really not screw up on per little? Wow, did I really not screw up on any? That's bananas. Here's something I don't think I can do that. Wow, I really didn't mess up that much, which is kind of incredible because I mess up a lot. It's just sort of something I account for now. That's why I do this. And the fact that I didn't mess up is impressive to me, at least. Yeah, look at that. That's sort of a thing. Yeah, I want to fix it, because if I don't fix something, I'm gonna feel dumb. You know what? I bet I did do a lot of bads. Like I did a lot of dumb stuff, but it's all hidden by the look like this and then but it's all filled up by this, so that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so I did the thing. All I have to do now is do a little dupe, put my name on it. Some people have been sending around stuff that's mine, as if I don't think they're doing it like as if it's their own. I think they're just like, I don't know why they're putting it up. I don't know what their plan is. I guess they just want notes. But they put my stuff up, and like it's got my name on it. This means king, by the way. Well, technically it means something else, but as far as anybody else is concerned, it means king. And king means me. Alright. So, what do you think I should save this as? I'm gonna save it as... Wait, no, you gotta... Oh, you can't see my save thing, can you? Well, I'm gonna save it as Greg does a good. Save. Alright, thanks for watching, and tune in next time for the next episode of Dragon Ball